Today, I'm going to talk to you about the best states for veterans to live in. We're going to really hone in on that top 10 and what makes them the best, but I am going to outline all 50 so you have an idea where you fall. We all know that Texas is at the top of the list or close to the top of the list for almost anything military related when it comes to benefits. So that's great. But here's why Texas is still the king. First off, no state income tax, which is pretty sick. Secondly, they've got this thing called the Hazelwood Act that gives you 150 free hours of tuition at school as a veteran. And from my understanding, that also means for dependents. And that's quite a significant amount of school just given to you, right? And then number three, Texas has very high property taxes compared to the rest of the country. I think they're actually the highest, and they're waived for veterans in your primary residence if you're 100% disabled. And there are some other levels, I believe, for different levels of disability. But having no state income tax, your property tax is waived in Texas, and 150 free college credits goes a long way. Number two on this list is Florida. And again, they have no state income tax. They also cover all state tuition for veterans and dependents. And they've got free hunting and fishing licenses and discounted passes and a bunch of other benefits for service members and vets. Number three on this list is Alaska, which again, no state income tax, common theme for what makes some of these the best. Free hunting and fishing licenses, which means a lot in Alaska because that's a whole big deal. And then they have a benefit for pioneer homes and veteran homes access, i.e. just additional ways to get you into housing. And that's not even to mention the fact that when you are an Alaska resident, you actually get a residual little bit of cash flow every year from being a resident based on the share of resources in Alaska statewide. Nevada, again, no state income tax, and they have varying property tax exemptions based on your disability levels, and then free state park access for any vet. Number five is South Dakota. No state income tax. Tuition is waived for veterans at state universities, and they have property tax relief for some disabled veterans depending on your level. Number six, Wyoming is the exact same as South Dakota as far as what they advertise, no state income tax, benefits for college at state universities, and varying levels of property tax exemptions based on your disabilities. Number seven, Washington. Again, no state income tax. I know that one's a huge shocker for all y'all right now. Also, property tax exemptions for disabled veterans. And then they also have state-run long-term care facilities. So as you get older, you can get into these veteran homes and get this long-term care, which is very valuable if you end up needing a home. Number eight, Virginia. This one has free tuition for dependents of disabled veterans, as well as, again, property tax exemptions for 100% disabled veterans, or property tax relief is the word they use. Number nine is Arizona, which again, educational benefits for veterans and dependents at the state level, and property tax waived if you're 100% disabled. Number 10, which is New Hampshire, has scholarships for dependents and veterans to help pay a chunk of your college. And then they also have property tax exemptions if you're 100% disabled. So if you notice some common threads here, the top 10 states for service members and vets to live in, no state income tax, property tax exemptions for service members and vets, and your college paid for without even using the GI Bill, all pretty sick. Number 11 is Colorado, which has property tax exemptions and free admission to veteran homes. Number 12 is Maryland. Maryland has retirement pay exemptions and scholarships for dependents. Number 13 is Illinois, which covers state tuition for a lot of veterans. North Carolina has some property tax breaks and does some educational benefits as well. Number 15, Oklahoma has free tuition for dependents of disabled veterans. Number 16 is Hawaii, property tax exemptions and tuition assistance. Number 17 is where I live, Missouri, which has the Returning Heroes tuition discount as well as property tax relief. And I believe that's actually going to go to 100% exemption here in the next year is what I'm hearing. Number 18 is Oregon, and they have free hunting and fishing licenses as well as tuition waivers. Number 19 is Minnesota. Minnesota has supplemental GI Bill as well as homestead tax exemptions. Number 20 is Delaware. Delaware has free tuition as well as state veteran home care. Number 21 is Tennessee, which has free tuition for dependents and property tax exemptions. Number 22 is North Dakota, which has property tax exemptions and tuition assistance. 23 is New Mexico, which has property tax waivers and in-state tuition. 24 is Maine, which actually has some low-interest housing loans as well as state park access. Number 25 is Massachusetts. Massachusetts has tuition waivers and property tax exemptions. Number 26 is Iowa, which has a war orphans educational aid as well as some property tax exemptions. 27 is Ohio, which has some scholarships as well as some homestead tax exemptions. 28, Kentucky has some nursing home assistance as well as some property tax relief. Number 29 is South Carolina, property tax exemptions and scholarships for dependents. Number 30 is Vermont. Vermont has tuition waivers and property tax relief. Number 31 is New York, which has property tax exemptions and free tuition for dependents. Number 32 is Montana, which has property tax relief, free hunting and fishing licenses. Number 33 is Idaho, which has scholarships for dependents and property tax reductions. Number 34 is Louisiana, which has free tuition for dependents and veteran home care. Number 35 is Nebraska, which has free tuition for dependents and property tax relief. Number 36 is Wisconsin, free tuition and property tax credits. Number 37 is California, which is CalVet tuition waivers as well as affordable veteran home loans. Number 38, tuition waivers and property tax relief is Rhode Island. That's 38. Number 39 is Kansas, which has tuition assistance for dependents and homestead tax refunds. Number 40 is West Virginia, tuition waivers for dependents, property tax exemptions. 41 is Connecticut, tuition waivers and property tax relief. 42 is Pennsylvania, free tuition for dependents, property tax exemptions. 43 is Arkansas, which has a military retirement pay tax exemption. So your retirement pay is tax exempt, which is pretty cool. And then free tuition for dependents. 44 is Michigan, free tuition for dependents, property tax relief. Alabama's 45 with property tax exemptions, tuition waivers for dependents. 46 is Mississippi, retirement pay tax exemptions, free hunting and fishing licenses. 47, property tax exemptions and hero scholarships. 48, Indiana, property tax deductions, free tuition for children of disabled veterans. Number 49 is Utah, which has property tax exemptions, tuition waivers. And number 50 is New Jersey, which comes in with some income tax exemptions and scholarships for the children of disabled or fallen veterans. The bottom line is this: if you're planning to relocate and the benefits that you receive are of utmost importance to you, here's how I would look at this. And I'll tell you this, state benefits are changing all the time, especially for veterans. So do your own homework on your specific niche. This is kind of a brief overview. Every one of these states is going to have additional nuanced things that I'm missing on this video, but I would look for taxes up first and education second. Then I'd look for housing benefits like veteran, long care facilities, nursing homes, veteran homes, things like that. Healthcare and lifestyle, right? Lifestyle, obviously, like, you want to live in a good quality of life, but like if you live in a miserable place and you hate where you live, but you get all the benefits, that's going to suck. But also, if you have all the benefits, it can make your life a little bit easier, which might improve your quality of life. So I would look for places where you can pay minimal taxes, still get the education benefits, maybe some healthcare benefits for you, your kids, whatever, and really dig down and make that decision, which is why Texas and Florida have been the top of this list for a long time, because they have no state income tax, great property tax benefits, great educational benefits, and they're friendly veteran places to live, right? Whether that's Second Amendment things that you guys are, you care about, or just kind of the freedom to be a little bit more military, right? Like Texas is just super pro-vet, and so is Florida. Just even culturally, with none of the benefits, as a culture, they just very much are pro-service member, pro-veteran, which just means that you're going to have a good quality of life in a lot of those locations. So do your own homework. I would love to hear the benefits I missed. Like, what are some of the coolest things if you live in a state and you're like, dude, he missed this, my state has XYZ, throw that out to the group and let everybody benefit from it. And if you guys see a comment that's like, holy, that's awesome, reply to it and heart it so that it gets bumped up so that we can see like, oh, Dave missed this incredible benefit about California. Holy, what an idiot. And then make sure other people see it. So I'm relying on you guys to help boost the best comments up so that we can help everybody find out which states really do truly have the best benefits for service members and vets post-military.